All right, guys, here we are. It's been a long time, but as promised, making a update video on the K20. So this is just a quick overview. She is fixed. The motor's been rebuilt. We've done a lot to it. Still have a lot to button up, so to speak, but just want to do a quick little rundown and show everybody what we've got so far. So without any further ado, let's take a peek. All right, so that may be a sign of something right there. Let's take a peek under the hood. All right. Ta-da. So there she is, brand new, rebuilt, small block Chevy, 350. So give everybody a quick overview. Corey and his brother, Trevor, were gracious enough to help me rebuild this. Took them about 2 weeks. Gave him the motor, and I'll show this in a separate video, just kind of the whole build. But gave him mostly stripped down motor, and in about 2 weeks they turned this around. They could have done it a little bit quicker if all the parts were here, but they did an awesome job. All right, going through it really quick. We've got aluminum heads. We have all new internals, so new pistons. I guess the connecting rods are still there. Use the same crank. We did an RV cam in here, so just a little bit of cam on there. Let's see, roller rockers, obviously Edelbrock high-rise intake manifold, HEI distributor on the back, the Holley Sniper, which is kind of pain in the butt, and would love some input on that. But more on that guy. Long tube headers, brand new exhaust system, a mini little electronic, I guess they're all electronic, right? But a mini starter, which is pretty cool. Had to replace the alternator. This one's 140 amps. I think originally stock it's 60-ish. And then of course new belts, new hoses, new thermostat, new valve covers, all the shiny stuff. New spark plug wires, all that good stuff in there too. So, all right, I guess let me show you guys a few different angles here. Love those headers, super cool. Already turning all kinds of funny colors, which is great. Oh, I forgot to mention, we got a surge tank down here, which is pretty sweet. So, been messing with some things, having some fun with it. The Sniper's still trying to learn, so it's giving me a lot of grief when coming up to stoplights. I'd love to know if anybody has some suggestions on that. It'll just kind of die out. I know it's still learning. We probably only have 50 miles on the truck right now, but I think there's still some tuning that needs to be done. So if anybody has suggestions working with small block Chevy 350 and a Holley Sniper, please let me know. But before I start it up, I'll just go a quick overview, show some of the things that I want to do next. So this hood pad was really gross and funky before, had been eaten by, mice and stuff. So I'll rip that out. We're going to get a new one there. Still need to bleed some of the fluids. So brake fluid, need to change the differential fluids in here. Going to be doing a lift on it soon, just like a little 2.5-inch lift. Thought about throwing some fun wheels on here, but I think I'm going to keep the Steelies. You can see actually repainted this wheel, which looks really good. I'd love to potentially do like some Warren hubs on here. I think that'd be sweet. And then we're going to do KO2s. So these tires have actually been holding some air, so I can drive this thing around. But yeah, KO2s are coming probably in the next few weeks as soon as I get the lift on, because I want to do some 33s if possible. So once we do the lift, we need to do new brake lines, replace those. Obviously this is kind of junky in here, these wheel wells, they're all original. So replace the wheel wells, those are pretty darn cheap. I think you can get new rubber in here too, the new mud flap, whatever you want to call them, that go on the inside. New badge on this side. Here's an example of the other wheel. So not too bad, but just throwing a fresh coat of paint, sanding it down, throwing a fresh coat of paint will really do it some good. You can see some of this new exhaust. It's all Summit Racing. And then we just got some cats off of eBay, and they welded this all together, which is awesome. But yeah, she sounds good. She looks good. Just going around back here, leaving this liner in the back. It's awesome. It's in great shape. We'll love to use that. Still with the original dealer sticker on there, which is super cool. So, all right, let's start it up. So like I said, Sniper's giving us some problems. Can still drive it though. Wait for that fuel pump to build up some pressure. Make sure the Sniper's ready to go. Full disclosure, I have been driving her, so she's warm. This is not a cold start. So you can hear a little bit of that hesitation when I rev the motor, which is what we need to work on. So if anybody has any suggestions about, you could hear when I was hitting the idle or hitting the throttle there, it kind of dies if you come off of it quick. So please let me know in the comments. She potentially is burning a little rich too, as you can see. Number one, my pants, and little fuel splatters over here. All right. So there you have it. Pulled the headliner in here too. I'm gonna do a black headliner, which will be great. Dash is okay for now. Could it be replaced? Yes, but we'll do that later. Some of the door, these handles too, I'd love to replace those just with some flat ones that don't have this junk on it, and then some new floor mats. I'm gonna replace this brake pedal cover, if you want to call it that. More or less everything works in here. The radio works great. We put in the original steering wheel. I had a GMC steering wheel, didn't like that too much. Gosh, what else is I gonna fix in here? I think there's a couple other things, but overall she was in great shape, so not much to be done. Just getting in and driving her and fixing some of these smaller issues. Also, the RV cable, if anybody knows a trick, put a new RV cable in here. It was leaking. The seal was not good on the 700R4. So put a new one in there with the tranny up in the actual motor way down there. Kind of a pain in the butt, definitely a pain in the butt. So it's not seating and it's still dripping some tranny fluid. So if anybody has some experience on replacing an RV cable on a 700R4, again, in the comments section, please let me know. But yeah, more to come with this rig. She's gonna be our daily driver, my daily driver. I'm gonna throw a lift kit on in the next few weeks. If anybody has recommendations, please let me know. Probably just rough country, 2.5-inch lift. Get these wheels painted, get some new brake lines like I was saying. So just start working on the teeny things, get some new shocks. Those guys are obviously pretty old. A lot of small stuff on here that'll keep me busy for a long time, but that's okay. At least we've got this beauty underneath the hood. All right, guys, let me know what you think. More to come. I'll do a video showing some of the photos and some of the clips from us getting this thing rebuilt. Mostly Corey and his brother getting this thing rebuilt, and me just collecting parts for them. So Thanks for watching, and more to come.